What's up, Chrono Clashers? Chris here with Chrono Clash Central, and we're going to do the blue-purple deck profile for y'all. Should be pretty interesting to try this deck out. It's one of the few color combinations, I think, that focuses on keeping your opponent's time low and kind of building up a field as opposed to just sneak attacking away. So maybe that just makes it worse than all the other decks, but we'll see. So we get Drats, of course, 1 cost, elusive, not really mattering too much at 1 cost in my opinion, but it's nice to always have a 1-drop. Of course, you got to play Shintoshin Collapse, probably one of the best purple cards. Well, there's not that many purple cards, but this card's just really good because you're going to be able to get sneak attacks back if you need them. That's the main purpose of that. And then we're also getting Godzilla Invasion, so just adding time. Making sure you can properly utilize your time to leave your opponent with less time. That's that. The 1s, 2s. This is what we're going to see in blue and purple is a lot of low-cost cards. We got Batra, cost 2. When he attacks, you can tap something, which is kind of useful for setting up other attacks into battlers. Or like if you EX evolve, and when he dies, you draw a card. So he's not really, he's kind of replacing himself. Pretty neat. We got little Godzilla. Just generating time. Again, like I said, you want to make use of your turn as much as possible, but leave your opponent with as little as possible. So, you know, always good for that. Also, maybe you can get someone to attack your little Godzilla instead of your life, and that's always a nice benefit. We've got the two baby Mothras, the primitive and the larva. They both kind of serve the same purpose. Just playing a cheap weenie that either gets you a card or gets you an EX when it dies. So that's pretty good. Another cheap card we can. All the other cheap cards are 3 costs. So you can see, like, if your opponent gives you like 5 time or something like that, you can play two 3s, pass them back with 1. A lot of other decks will have to sneak attack you, they give you a bunch of time, and then you get to attack or EX and whatnot. So we've also got Fairy Mothra, one of the best sneak attacks, just because it's the 2 cost sneak attack, and it destroys something on its way out. Like, come on. And then Destroya makes your action cards cheaper, so your Shintoshin Collapse is going to be free, your Godzilla Invasion is going to cost 0, so you get 3 time out of it instead of 2, so that's pretty sweet. And then of course the Guardian Effect's insane, basically the only defensive Guardian Effect in Godzilla. So it can just straight up stop your opponent's turns, and it always feels good. And 4 costs, we've got Gigan and we've got Gravitational Beam. So the nice thing about this one is since you're focused more on building a field, the Gravitational Beam is going to be much easier to get off. And then Gigan is just a toughness, and it swings for a 7. So he's going to kind of stay on the field and be annoying and hopefully just kind of peck away at your opponent. Another nice thing about this deck is it has a lot of time in the Guardian. So you can kind of take advantage of that. If you hit multiple of them, you can swing the turn back to your favor. Because we have Moreira, also Sentinel. He's the only Sentinel in this deck. And you can also stand all your guys. So for some reason, your guys are all living after they attack. You can play Moreira, stand them all so your opponent can't attack into them, or so you can get more attacks however much time you have. And you can have like at least 1 defense in there, if possible. And then we've got Biolante. Biolante, he's there to get you EX cards. So this is another one of the decks that can try to get EX cards because you're slowly building up the field. And the toughness is going to keep him around, so he can be sacrificed for that after a turn. And he's got some nice tapping effects in there. So, little bonuses, but mainly there for drawing EX cards. And we've got 6 costs. We're going to have Godzilla. We're going to have Mothra. We've talked about Mothra and the other decks you've seen it in. Just sneak attack and reinforcements is such a powerful combo. So the deck is kind of set up ideally that you get an EX card in your hand, and then you sneak attack Mothra and just play an EX for free off the reinforcements, and that's super powerful. And then Godzilla is just, you know, it's just 6 cost beater to slap some face in. So we'll move it more to the center. Nice 6 cost beater, replaces himself when you play him, and he can get toughness, so he's just kind of an obnoxious Godzilla. And then of course, if you're playing purple, you might as well slap in some big boy sneak attacks, because these guys can really just set up the opponent for a game loss. Because they cost 7 sneak attack, it's huge, but doing the 2 guardian attacks and being 6 strength means they're somewhat likely to get to them, get the both of them. can put your opponent at 0, and then they're forced to try to kill you the next turn, and that can be it. And then this is the better one because when it dies, you get to destroy something. But you know, you might as well have extra copies if you can. Extra copies of big beaters didn't hurt anybody. So what are the EX cards? Jet Jaguar and Batra are the easiest ones to get out. So if you draw into these are the ones you're most likely going to be able to play, like normally EX evolving or summoning, however you want to call it, because most of your deck is 3 costs, so Jet Jaguar is easy peasy, and Batra is like 2 of them, or one of your 4 costs. There's not many 4 costs, but maybe like a 5 cost, a 2 and a 3, you know, so to all these combinations, but Jet Jaguar is definitely the easiest one. The next in our EX packages are the Armor Mothra, the Destroyer, and the Mothra. So these guys are mainly there because you're going to have to sacrifice 2 cards for these to get these out. But the ideal is you get them off of the Mothra that has reinforcements. This one's just elusive. It's just going to be annoying if it lives. They have all got elusive. So if they live the Guardian attack, then your opponent's probably not going to be able to get rid of them. You get to go again. Destroy is fantastic because you're creating like a large field ideally. And then you give them all +3 strength. And so they're going to be able to hopefully live through their attacks. So he's great for that. And then Mothra, if he dies, you're going to get an EX, so you're going to keep trying to get the EX train going or draw into ones that might be more useful than the Mothra is currently. The last one is Kaiser Ghidorah, because you just got to have a beefy sneak attack sometimes. Sometimes that's all you need. So that's it for this deck. I'll be honest, like just from building it and kind of looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's quite as powerful as just like a pure sneak attack kind of version, but that's what you got to do. Blue and purple. Let me know if you guys try this deck, what you guys think. If you tried the blue purple, what do you guys think about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know. If you do like the deck, if you like Godzilla, give me that thumbs up. Appreciate it. Subscribe for more deck profiles, more matches, all that good jazz. Have a wonderful day. Keep on learning, keep on having fun. We do right here at Chrono Clash Central, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.